It's here. It's home renovation season. And let's welcome home care expert at Angi, Mallory Micetich. And Mallory, how can you set us up and ourselves up for a successful and low stress home renovation?
Absolutely. Mike, great to be with you this morning. At Angi, we consistently see May as the start of the home improvement season, which means high quality pros are in high demand. Planning ahead and doing your research is even more important now than any other time of the year.
Yes, for sure. And what are the benefits of planning ahead?
You know, planning ahead is really the key to reducing stress and having a good outcome when it comes to your home improvement project. We know now that people are spending so much more time at home than they were before the pandemic, and even more than they were a couple years ago. Our homes are where we entertain. It's sometimes where we work. It's often where we do childcare as well. So there's a lot of things that we want to fix or change within our home. So planning ahead is going to help you manage expectations. It's going to help you budget properly, and it's really going to help you find a high quality pro that you can trust, that's going to be your partner along the way while you do this work.
Okay, very good. So planning and keeping it real is important for me, I know. So how do you know when to decide when you can do it yourself or when you should call a pro?
You know, that is a great question, and it's something we get asked here at Angi all the time. DIY is often seen as something that is easy and something that will save you money. We recently did a poll and found that DIYers tend to make a lot of mistakes and are actually pretty anxious in the process. A lot of them thought they were going to feel calm and in control. So something we recommend and something I recommend a lot is before thinking about DIYing a project, think about the 3 T's. Ask yourself, do I have the time, the tools, and the talent to do this project? If you don't have all 3, it might not be the best idea to take on that project yourself, and that would be a good time to think about hiring a qualified pro to take on that project.
Okay, so remember the 3 T's. I like that. I can remember that. Now, also, this is always front and center. How can we save money when it comes to some of these renovations and remodels?
Absolutely. Budgeting and financing, when we recently asked homeowners at Angi what caused anxiety, budgeting and financing was one of the top things for people that took on renovations and remodels. I think one of the best ways to stay on budget and really save money is to create a budget. Have clear conversations with your contractor to make sure you understand things like additional fees or costs. Things like permitting, materials, and labor are really going to add to that bottom line. So know and ask a lot of questions before you start your budgeting process. Also, I like to recommend thinking about a list of what are your must-haves and things that are maybe lower on that priority list, so that when some of those unexpected things come up, you know what you're willing to sacrifice ahead of time. We find that in especially most material choices you're going to make, there's a middle ground, there's a high ground, and there's a low cost option. Know which ones you want to spend on those higher items, and then which ones you're willing to do at a little bit more of a budget material. And then lastly, we always recommend adding a buffer into your budget of around 10% to cover any unexpected costs. Contractors, they can't see through your walls. They are great at what they do, but there are always going to be unexpected things that come up. So that 10% buffer is really going to help you keep on that budget once you have everything set and your project is underway.
Oh, Mallory, great advice for sure. And, you know, where can we go for more information to put this all together?
It is so important to have good resources, good information before taking on a project. We found that the more people knew, the better their outcomes were. So check out the Angi app or go to Angi.com for access to high quality pros, cost estimates, and more tips on how to have the best home renovation experience you can possibly have.
Okay, time to get to work. All right, thank you so much. And of course, head to our website for more on this, and that's firstcoastliving.net.